All right, let's just jump right in. Think about it. In this endless sea of digital content, your post, your video, your whatever, it's like a tiny boat in a massive storm. So how do you make sure it gets noticed? Today, we're going to break down exactly how you win that battle for attention when you have almost no time at all. So let me ask So let me ask you a question. You've made something you're proud of, you've put it out into the world, but how much time do you really have to stop someone's thumb from just flicking right past it? 5 seconds? 10? What do you think? Nope, it's 3. 3 seconds. That is your entire window. See, the algorithms on these platforms are obsessed with engagement, and hooking someone in those first 3 seconds is like the most important signal you can send. It tells the algorithm your content is valuable and worth showing to more people. If you miss that window, you're basically invisible. This quote from Alex Hormozi, it just nails it, right? He's built this huge audience, and he's telling you that the beginning is almost everything. Think about the breakdown. 55 minutes on the first 5 seconds. The effort is completely front-loaded. It's not just a little important, it's the whole game. And that brings us to our first section here. The 5-second battleground. Because honestly, that's exactly what it is. It is a fight for survival. When someone's scrolling, their brain is pretty much on autopilot. Just flick, flick, flick. They're not even really seeing half the stuff that goes by. Your thumbnail, your headline, that first sentence, that's not just a friendly hello. It's your one shot. It's the one punch you get to throw to wake them up and make them pay attention. Okay, so if it's a battle, how do you actually win it? Well, that brings us to the hook. We're going to talk about how you craft a true scroll stopper. And look, this isn't some kind of magic trick. There's actually a framework for this. A really great framework comes from the world of copywriting, and it's called the 4 U's. First, is your headline unique? Is it different from the 10 others they just scrolled past? Is it useful? Does it promise to actually help them or give them something? Is it urgent? Does it make them feel like they need to know this right now? And finally, is it ultra specific? Does it use details that make it feel real and credible? You don't need all 4, but a great hook usually hits at least 2 of these hard. And this is a perfect example of being ultra specific. This was a real campaign from New Balance. Worn by influential people? What does that even mean? It's just corporate fluff. You can't picture it. But worn by supermodels in London and dads in Ohio? Boom, you instantly see it in your head. It's visual, it's kind of funny, and it's totally believable. That's copy you can see. So here's the key. You have to make them need the answer. It's the psychological trick called opening a curiosity gap. Your thumbnail and your title have to team up to plant a question in the viewer's brain. You can show someone's face right before a big reaction, or you can ask a direct question, or maybe show a crazy contrast that just doesn't make sense. Their brain will crave that answer, and the only way to get it is to click. Okay, you did it. You stopped the scroll, you got the click. High five. But listen, the fight is not over, not even close. Now you have to actually earn the attention you just won. And the next 30 seconds are absolutely critical. The second someone lands on your content, there's this invisible question just hanging in the air. Why should I listen to you? Right? There are a million other people they could be watching. What makes you the authority here? If you don't answer that question and answer it fast, they are gone. Click. Bye. So how do you do that? Well, this brings us to another killer framework from Hormozi. Proof, promise, and plan. First up, proof. Give them a reason to believe you right away. Show them a result, a stat, some kind of proof you know your stuff. Next, the promise. Tell them exactly what they're going to get out of this, what's in it for them. And finally, the plan. Just briefly tell them what's coming up. This simple structure builds trust like crazy and makes the viewer feel like they're in good hands. All right, let's pull back the curtain for a second. Everything we're talking about, the hook, the credibility, all of it, it's not just for the person watching. It's about sending the right signals to the machines, to the algorithms. It's about winning them over too. And this is the metric that the algorithms are obsessed with, completion rate. It's just the percentage of your content that people actually stick around for. A high completion rate is like a giant flashing sign to the platform that says, hey, people love this stuff. And what's the single biggest thing that influences completion rate? You guessed it, a strong introduction that hooks them and convinces them to stay. And wow, this chart just lays it all out. Look at that difference. A weak hook Maybe you're lucky if 25% of people make it to the end, but a strong hook, using all the stuff we just talked about, you could see that number jump to 70% or even higher. That massive difference tells the algorithm, this is a winner. Push it out to more people. You're not just making better content, you're literally feeding the machine what it wants. So, that was a lot. Let's boil it all down into a super quick, rapid-fire toolkit. These are the things you can start using on your very next piece of content. First things first, kill the vague language. Be so specific. Don't say influential people, say supermodels in London and dads in Ohio. Use words that people can actually picture in their heads. Next, before you post, run your headline through that for use filter. Is it unique, useful, urgent, ultra-specific? Try to hit at least 2. And remember, make them ask a question. Create that little bit of tension between your title and your thumbnail that just has to be resolved by clicking. And once they click, earn that trust right out of the gate. Hit them with proof, tell them the promise, and lay out the plan. Don't ever make them guess why they should be there. So I'll leave you with this thought. This whole game is won or lost in the blink of an eye. Your next piece of content, it has exactly 3 seconds to survive. So the only question is it ready for the fight?